Shall we begin? Let's begin now. Shall we begin?
Aloha Aquarius, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your spirit messages, for September 2021. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Please do like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button if you haven't already. Also, please leave me a comment about what resonates with you, and you know, get involved in a little chat there. That's always really nice. Okay, so let's get to it. So September is going to be an interesting transitional month. We do have, we're finishing up the energies of the Lionsgate portal. Those kind of are residual for the next 6 weeks, because there's a transformation happening for our next 10-year cycle. We also have a Mercury's going retrograde, and Uranus, I think, just went retrograde. So there's a lot of old generational patterns that are coming up. Chiron, the wounded healer, that's gone retrograde till the end of the year. So old generational patterns are coming up to be cleared. So be gentle with yourself in September. If you're new to my channel, how I read is intuitively. So I may not read the cards in the traditional manner. Also, if spirit has names or people or places or things that come up, sometimes they'll use my body to have like certain things happen. If that's happening and resonates with you, that's just their indication for you to pay close attention. So it's not going to be for everyone, and so I just like to kind of put that out there in the beginning of how I read. All right, we have the Keepers of the Light cards. So we're going to first look at a Keepers of the Light card, which is an Ascended Master, who's here to help Aquarius through the month. We have Kuthumi, Cloak of Wisdom. All right, it says you already know the answers you seek. Trust what you know. So Aquarius, I feel like you guys, especially since we've just opened up into the age of Aquarius, you guys really know you're the forefront of the change that's happening on Earth at this time. And so trust your wisdom. Trust what you know in yourself. I feel like there's like lots of people that may be on the outskirts trying to give you opinions at this time, but really trust your inner wisdom, because you do have the answers for yourself. Okay, we're going to do a slightly different spread today for the monthly check-in, a little more structured than normal. Your current self is the Hermit. Okay, so these are your current energies. So the Hermit is you may have been a little bit hermity or isolated, possibly not by choice. This is being filmed during the pandemic, and so I know there's varying, depending where you are in the world, there's varying rules on that. So that might have been a forced hermiting, but I feel like any way it goes that you guys have stepped back at this time to observe, to get answers from spirit. It does show again that you have the key. Spirit is giving you the key and the answers here. This is the card of Virgo, if that means something to you. But essentially you are gathering that information, but the Hermit says that you're gathering the information because you're about to give it to the world. Okay. And then we have, what's the theme for the month of September for Aquarius? What is the overall theme for Aquarius? That's a lot. Okay, what is the theme for Aquarius? Okay, we have Temperance. All right, Capricorn just got this as their theme as well. So if you have Capricorn placements in your chart, if it's your sun, your moon, or rising, I would watch that. So this has to do with Sagittarius. This is patience, okay? So one of my favorite tarot card readers is Baba Jolie, and she has been saying for a while now, there is purpose in patience, and I really liked that saying. So I would like to continue that on, because there is purpose in the patience. There is purpose in the hermiting. There is purpose in allowing things to alchemize behind the scenes. In this traditional card, there is an angel pouring the 2 cups together. Okay, so Spirit's got some things in the work. So there's some balancing that's happening, some divine timing that is happening. And so the overall theme is to be patient with self and others this month of September, because there is divine alchemy in play here. Okay, what is the key goal? All right, the key goal is, we have 10 of Swords. The key goal is to let go of anyone from your past who backstabbed you, abandoned you, made you feel like you weren't worth it. Okay, this is why it's saying the cloak of wisdom. You already know the answers you seek. Trust what you know. Okay, the goal here is to let go of the people who are stabbing you, Aquarius, who are, you know, using their opinions and their situations to try to program you. Okay, and so this is beautiful. The goal, this is a beautiful goal, because it's basically saying you are letting go of any of those swords or daggers that have come at you. And what they're saying with this is it's truly a generational pattern that I feel like you're really letting go of, because I don't feel like it's like you directly. I feel like you have pretty good people in your life, those that are watching you, watching me at this time, this video. And so but I feel like your generational patterns has had this in it. So it's like what Spirit's saying is it's a resonance in your field that once it releases is really going to bring you some really good opportunities, even more so than what you already have. All right, what is the obstacle or challenge to overcome in September for Aquarius? We have the Naked Heart. This is an extra card that's specific to this Naked Heart deck. Okay, the obstacle is to allow yourself to be intimate and vulnerable, to allow yourself to have unconditional love, regardless of how other people are acting, regardless of whether or not they are correct, regardless of how they have treated you. This is the beautiful, unconditional heart of love that loves the way that the god or goddess would, the way that source would love. And so this is, oh, excuse me, my right eye is really itching right now. And so if that's happening to you, they're saying pay close attention. It's like there's something sort of like stuck in my tear duct. Okay. Okay. And so what they're saying is to truly have that unconditional love. Okay. So this is the obstacle, is like, even if people, because you're going to be, you know, listening to your intuition, you're going to be letting go of some of these things. And so I feel like there are some people who, in these energies that we're in right now, with that Uranus being retrograde, Uranus essentially like will tear down old rules and things when it's in old regimes when it's in retrograde. So it can cause a lot of conflict. And what they're saying is that regardless of that, your obstacle or your challenge that you get to overcome is to love anyway. Okay, and to not go cold, because Aquarius, you guys can go cold emotionally if you need to, and they want you to stay in your heart space. A major accomplishment for Aquarius. Beautiful. We have 7 of Wands. The major accomplishment here is you have learned to defend yourself. You have learned to, by the end of the month, you will have let go of all of those energies that have backstabbed, all of the energies. What this shows is you have learned from your past. You've learned from your situations. You've learned how to defend yourself, when you need to, when not to, that you can be fierce and loving at the same time, that you can guard your boundaries while also being in your spirit. Okay, so that's going to be a wonderful accomplishment, because I feel like for some of you, you're not typically pushovers, Aquarius. Like, oh my God, look. Okay. This, whatever is going on with my eye, is pretty intense. Okay, you're not normally pushovers, but I feel like some of you, for the sake of relationship or for the sake of things working or happening for you, you have, they're saying, been a doormat. Okay, so in a certain situation, and they're showing romantically that you allowed yourself to kind of go into a state where you became like a doormat, and allowed their needs to supersede yours. And I feel like you are learning to step up for yourself, and that's really beautiful. All right, what to avoid? Four of Pentacles. What to avoid is being greedy, hoarding all of your energy, your time, your resources, separating yourself from everyone. This is kind of like the Scrooge card of the deck. So they're asking you to avoid that. You know, keep your beautiful uniqueness, but also keep your beautiful humanitarianism. Because Aquarius, you guys are the most humanitarian of the deck. You are here to help to change humanity, but you're not going to do it by hoarding up all of your energy and your money and your resources to where it makes you stingy. So it's like they're wanting you to avoid that in the month of September. What to embrace? Beautiful. Awesome. What to embrace is, we have Movement of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Some of you, what to embrace is walking away from what no longer serves you. This could be relationships, jobs, etc. But moving towards that which is fulfilling. So I feel like what to embrace is the changing tides that are happening. Many of you may be letting go of a relationship, but a new one's coming in. Many of you may be letting go of a job, but a new one's coming in that's better. Many of you may be letting go of certain habits in your health, and the new habits are coming in that are going to be really beautiful. Okay, so this is forward movement. This is a card of Pisces as well, if that means anything to you. So some of you may be entering into relationship with a Pisces. Doesn't have to be. It's just what showed up. Okay, so I really love that. What you're doing is embracing the flow, and you're embracing that anything that you leave behind, Spirit's going to replace it with something so much better. So if you have the need to leave something behind in this particular month, it's going to be replaced with something better, and rather quickly. And it says where to find support. Where to find support for Aquarius. We have 10 of Pentacles. So where to find support? I feel like you'll find support at your job. 10 of Pentacles is my favorite card. It's all your resources, all your needs being met. Happy family, happy life, wonderful job. So I feel like what they're saying is in the community and in your group projects. Okay, so you'll find support from coworkers. You'll find support from friends who have similar interest. You'll find support from friends or groups that have a similar energy, because they're showing me like some people that work for themselves. Obviously you're not going to have coworkers, but you're going to find support in like-minded groups. Okay, and you will find support from your own self as well, just because you're working on really tuning into your own wisdom. Okay, and advice and encouragement for Aquarius for September. Advice and encouragement. Movement of Wands. Okay, we have Sagittarius here. This is beautiful. This is you moving into action. This is you moving into your passions. They asked me to look at this one because they... Okay, this is the Knight of Wands. Beautiful. So the advice and the encouragement here, it says, be charismatic, confidence, playfully exploring the values and freedom, inspired action in pursuit of passion, sense of humor, curious about responses and reactions, philosophical and curious about the meaning of life, enthusiastic. So the advice and the encouragement is all the changes that are happening, go to it enthusiastically. Even if something doesn't last a long time, sometimes the Knight of Wands can be here for a good time but not a long time. But I feel like you embracing the changes and the flow that's happening, the advice and the encouragement is go through your learnings at this time. Go through everything with the curiosity of a child, the passion and the enthusiasm of a child. And I feel like what they're saying is to play. And Aquarius, I feel like you guys really do like to play. And so this is a time where that's going to come into play, pun intended, really well in your life. And we're going to just do one more here, one more card from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Yeah, I feel like Aquarius, things are going well. It's just like you're letting go. What they're showing me is like a dark gray to color. It's like a Wizard of Oz. That's what it is. What they're showing me is like when Dorothy, sorry, I used to watch that with the Dark Side of the Moon CD, and it's like when it switches from color, from black and white to color, it goes money. Okay, so it's like you're really moving into more abundance. You're going from kind of feeling bored for a time to enthusiasm, from maybe not having as much resources as you'd like to having abundant resources, or more than enough. And so yeah, so it's a really beautiful time for you. I feel like it is about listening to your inner self, especially too with investments and things, because I feel like you guys can really see the future at this time. And so you might have people around you saying, oh, maybe not that investment, but if you know that's right for you, absolutely go for it. Okay, and then we have the Thinker as your card to close out. This is from the Wisdom of the Oracle. And it says, the Thinker says essential meaning, strategy, being analytical and logical. The ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment there is no deeper meaning than that which is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple, and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. Okay. They asked for the prosperity message. Calculated action is called for now. It is important to sit down and plan a strategy. Focus on the steps you're going to take to claim your prosperous life. Lists are your friend now, so get out your journal. Write down what you're going to... Write out what you're going to do today to signal to the universe that you're serious about attracting abundance. Your plans and strategies will yield wonderful results. Remember, your most effective strategic partner is Spirit. You will win this game, and your triumph will be for the highest good of all. And then in relationships, it does talk about using strategy and logic rather than the emotional field at this time. Okay, and so this is beautiful. Stay in your cloak of wisdom here. You do have the answers that you seek. Capricorn also got that as a closing message, so there seem to be some similarities. So if you have Capricorn in your chart as your moon or rising sign, I would highly recommend to give that a look, or if you're interested in a Capricorn. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and until next time, aloha.